everybody. Hi. Alright. It's time for more Black Book. Let me just get my stream manager open again. I had it and then I tabbed out. The fact that Twitter previews don't work on Discord anymore, it's getting to me.
Now we have a cross. You see, Vasha? Ask, and ye shall receive.
Big deal. A demon's cross.
Hello.
Sosietkas don't shun crosses either, I presume.
But on the other hand, we could do without this rattle box chort.
Why are you calling a rattle box?
Hush, Proshka.
You're here to hear this dude's voice. The cat or the grandfather?
Don't be angry, Grandpa. He may be of use to us yet.
All right, we'll see if it works out. All that's left for you is to get a name and a belt.
The grandfather.
Which will you start with?
Let's get the name next.
First, I would like to get a name for the girl.
Well, go to Vilgurt. You'll find the priest there. Kolya, you should go too.
I mean, the grandfather, talks. I mean, I think he talks the most.
It's decided then.
Maybe Vasilisa talks a little bit more, but, her voice is much smoother on the ears, I think a little bit less memorable. Move this down a little bit more. There we go. Alright, time to pester with jorts. We finished. Splendidly, okay. Worms infest the crops with worms. The worms thrive in the soil. The peasants lose their harvest and hunger awaits them. Jesus. Alright. Task completed. Lead around the woods. Your demon takes a hunter to a bog. The chort recalls with laughter how that hunter tried to get rid of what he thought was a leshy. Chorts are not affected by sex tricks. We got so many sins from that. Oh, we got a skill point. More active item slot do we have? Oh, we do have a lot of stuff. Oh, I'd love to increase the well-versed effective black pages for one. I think I will get more items then. I love to have items equipped. Yeah, there we go. Alright, chorts. Alright, so this guy loves... 13th brother. His favorite occupation is to interfere with the work of the peasants, so he knows all about housekeeping and farming. Yeah, okay. What's this? Infest the crops with worms. We could do that again. Slander an innocent girl. Blind. Possess an Ikotka. Get rid of the Sutsieto spirits. Let's infest crops with worms with 13th brother again. And this guy's I don't know what he wants. Slander an innocent girl is pretty short. blind. I'll just do this. Sorry, people. Alright, let's see. Proshka, what do you do?
Well, what do you want? Can't you see? I'm all cozy here on the sleeping bench. I'm sleepy. Ask what you wanted. I need to sleep. Got tired.
What kind of demon are you, Ikota?
That's how fiends are called. Ikota. If they possess people, that is. You know that. Wish to learn more? Any demon can become Ikota. Climb up on someone, got it, that's it. People will call you Ikota. Bet you can do it better than me.
Wanted to learn more about you. What were you doing before Akulina?
Alright, I'll tell you. It's a long story, mind you. I've told you before, I used to be a Susetko. For quite some time, I've lived there. The Transfiguration Church was built how long ago? Must be over 200 years. I am wise and old, you see. So you'd better heed my advices if you know what's good for you.
Never seen cats any wiser, that's true.
Good then.
Maybe you'll stop swooping your fur all over the Isba in 200 years, eh?
What? What about it? None of my concern. I have to look after the household anyway. You could have fixed the bench yourself, by the way. It creaks as hell.
Oh, I'll show you, you damn short.
Wait, Grandpa. You will do a better job, won't you, Proshka?
Sure, I better want to ride.
What with the church, then?
So about it. I've stayed at Susetko there from the time it was built.
You were Susetko over there in church, or were you from some other place?
In the church. I remember that well. But what was there before that building? Damn it. Can't quite remember. Let's talk a bit later. Maybe my memory will return.
Why did you transform into a cat?
Cats kill people. For protection, that is why. Well, what you looking at? Scared, eh?
Yeah, right. Cats give no quarter. It is good that our father Tsar's army keeps them in check.
So you don't believe me then? Let me tell you one story.
Cat on a mill. Once my uncle was working on a mill and could hear a grinding stone not working as it should. It rotated for a bit, stopped, and then rotated again. He came closer and saw a big black cat sitting on it, and the grinding stone rotating it as if something was hindering it. My uncle went to grab the cat, but it slipped by to the other side. My uncle tried to grab it a second time, but again it managed to dodge him. Then, all of a sudden, the cat disappeared with a crack, as if it fell through the floor, and the grindstone started working properly again. The next day, my uncle died. What kind of story is that?
Let's go. We'll talk later.
Old houses and banyas are often home to demons. The masters leave, but don't always take their host spirits with them.
What sort of spirits are those Baniks?
Masters of the bathhouse, like a Susetko in an Isba. I don't think it was an ordinary place, the Banya, before the worship of God.
What do you mean, before God?
I mean that our ancestors used to be worship the spirits of the hearth. Some Perm people still call upon Yan or Voipil.
Yan, god demiurge in Komi-Permian mythology. Voipil, a god in Komi-Permian mythology. The name is translated as North Wind.
You've been telling me how you got your Khaldun power.
Right. Where were we? So, I became a shepherd boy. He taught me this and that at first at Prokopi. That one time, the cattle had wandered all over the place, and my chief turned up drunk. Drank a whole bottle of vodka. He couldn't move a muscle. Well, what other choice did I have? I went to collect them by myself. Managed to get almost all of them as midnight drew near. Had to pass Mikhail's crossroads on the way back. You know how that place is. So, there I am, with the cattle tagging along. The moment I stepped onto the crossroads, everything turned upside down. Winds out of nowhere, and what you know, swarms of shorts. Figured I'd quickly draw a circle around me, and so I did. And these shorts were just swarming on the edge of the circle. All sorts, you name it. Well, I think that's it. Everything turned out all right, as you see. Next time I'll tell you how I got out of it.
We should tell everyone about the shorts we've met. You know, to warn the good people, right?
Everyone knows, but not everyone believes. How did you end up with a cross?
Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, right. There's no such thing as a cross with no story behind it.
All right then, I'll tell you. We were near a town. Levna, it's called. It was a real massacre there.
Did you encounter any shorts there?
Worse, the cannon fire was so loud that all the shorts fled, if they were any. It seems they all fled here, to the north. So, there was this redoute ahead of us. Couldn't take it.
Redoute?
Well, it's a kind of a fortress. No one could get any closer.
And what about you, being such a gallant lad?
Hey, no jokes. Listen. I think God helped me. I went from the side and then found some barrels full of gunpowder and lit them. They blew up, started a fire. There was a lot more ammunition there. A lot of our enemies burned that day. I can still hear their screams. I suppose I will to the end of my days. I nearly died there myself. Since then, when I see a fire, I remember that redoute and those screams. I fished the cross from the river of blood, Vasil. Are you happy now? Do you understand about the fire now?
What are you going to do with your new bride?
Well, we'll get a farm. We'll get folks from the village to help. Well now, I'll build an excellent izba. And children
Gaming.
eventually...
Meow,
What a
meow,
life it
Choco
will be.
Chow.
Gaming. Thank you for the sub. Yes, we're gaming. Quietly tonight, but we're gaming.
Be careful, though. Who knows? The Bannock might be back.
That's good. The mother-in-law is always welcome.
It seems that you're the fiercest of them all. Let's go. We'll talk later.
Alright, time to see our visitor. Oh.
Greetings to you, mistress of the house.
We haven't had a demon visit yet.
I was flying back from Igor's job when I noticed something. Some bandits jumped the Khaldun near the crossroads. He drove a cart. Perhaps there is something useful for you there.
Maybe.
Interesting. That is interesting. Alright, how's my book doing? We need... Oh, okay. I can have 33 maximum cards, minimum 13 cards. I think it's fine as is. For now. Optional tasks, traffic accidents. I should search for evil spirits in the forest near the Isba and get rid of any chorts. Alright. These guys, tiny amount of damage. We got 8 to start with from our items, so we're ready to just go. $14, okay. I think I should have done that a little differently. That's fine. We're learning. Always learning how to play these games better. Damage, yeah. Alright, not bad. Peddler is a traveling merchant. Among his wares, one can sometimes find an occasional enchanted item. I think I'm gonna go this way first, because we only have 75 rubles. So, maybe we find some on the way. No one has seen any snakes here for several days. I suppose I drove off those creatures. It should be quiet here now. I don't mind walking through a quiet grove by the river.
You stumble upon a strange clearing. The trees are fallen, as if hit by a hurricane. Or perhaps the master of the forest walked this path. What's strange is that in the middle of the clearing, a single tree stands undamaged. You come closer and realize that the tree was saved by the Prikrish herb that grows among its roots. You bow to the plant and cut it down. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Witch doctors know ways to protect people from all kinds of curses with this herb. Mikhail's Crossroads. These crossroads always have had a bad reputation and not by chance. I've learned that in person. It seems that where roads meet, the border between worlds grows thin.
Near the covered crosses, you notice a jug of milk and a loaf of bread. It would seem that someone still visits these old graves. With sadness, you wonder if dead men need any treats.
I'm gonna take the offerings.
You take the gifts to the dead and continue on your journey.
Double belief. Even after the adoption of Russian Christianity, some aspects of paganism remained. To a certain extent, there was an exchange of supreme pagan deities for Christian ones, with the inferior ones becoming evil spirits. This concept is best characterized by the notion of double belief, an everyday mingling of one's religious beliefs and a worldview that includes elements of two religions. Double belief is a sort of double-think, incertitude, or tenuous indecisiveness about both religions. People believe in both Christian dogmas and esoteric teachings. Russians observe the holidays of Maslenitsa and Ivan Kupala, both of which have pagan origins. Alright, yeah, let's go to the broken cart. It looks like it went off the road and broke down.
A cart has gone off the road, but no one seems to be around. Neither its owner nor the horses. The cart itself is empty except for one jewelry box, obviously left behind by the owners. Its lid is slightly ajar. Glass shards of various colors gleam inside, reflecting the moonlight.
You carefully pick the item up and get ready to go on your way.
Alright, what is that? What have you done, you rascal? Each Kuldoon has his chorts. For a long time, we suspected our Uncle Kolyan to be a knower, but we hadn't seen his chorts. One time I climbed up into the attic, searched everywhere, and found a jewelry box. It had lots of glass shards that looked just like candies. Green ones, yellow ones, blue ones, red ones. I started to look them over, seeing how they sparkled. Suddenly, there was a sound of someone on the stairs. Uncle Kolyan had returned from mowing. "What have you done, you little rascal?" he screamed. "The chorts won't let me rest now. They'll torture me to death." And that's precisely what happened. Our uncle fell ill and died a year later. One shouldn't disturb chorts. Jewelry box. What is Glass Demons? 4 on all enemies. That's pretty good first ability. Yes, Ace? Obviously left behind by the owners. That's pretty good, but we're okay. Bank of the Kolva. The road to Vilgert winds along the picturesque bank of the Kolva River.
From afar, you hear 2 demons arguing furiously. Their shouts make the treetops sway. It seems that they are arguing over a fish they caught in some peasant's fish trap. When you take a good look, you realize that a human soul is in the trap, shrunken in horror.
Talk.
Yuck! A live one! Get lost, why don't you, while you're still breathing?
The devil himself can't order us around. I'll see you in hell first!
We've got no time for you. Can't you see we're busy dividing up the city?
Wow. I kind of want to fight. I like to fight. Wow. Poison. Maybe I should have tried to outsmart. Oh well. Oh yeah, well versed. Wait, yeah. That does 6 damage like that, and this one does 6. I'll do that then. I'm so blessed. One hit. This is 28 damage. Oh yeah. Alright, most of these are already in the book. I'll take another one of these. We didn't save that soul. Oh well. I wonder if that means we won't get the second encyclopedia page for the night. It kills me not getting stuff like that. But also, you can't reload in this game.
On a small river near Vilgert, two cart drivers argue over who should have way first. They are arguing fiercely, not realizing that each has a demon over the left shoulder. It's the demon's job to bring discord and serve as a prompter of sorts, whispering lines into their ears.
Let Nikolai help.
Nikolai bellows at the peasants, and they quickly forget their argument. A seasoned soldier is much scarier than any chort.
Eastern Wood. The woods near the old riverbed of Kolva do not yet have a name of their own, so everyone just calls them Eastern Woods or the Eastern Grove.
You walk along an old path through the eastern woods. At this hour, the moon shines especially bright. Everything around you glows with a mysterious light. All of a sudden, you hear loud voices and metallic ringing coming from the woods. You can only guess what this late-night commotion is all about. Trying not to make a sound, you go deep into the woods. Finally, the branches part, and you see a curious sight. Some Khaldoons, unknown to you, are trying to agree on the price of a pile of copper samovars. One of them looks deeply upset and constantly knocks on one of the items. It seems he wants to demonstrate its quality. You notice a pair of red eyes peeking out from the samovar. You buy one of the samovars from the bewildered Khaldoons. They hurriedly gather the rest of the wares and disappear into the forest. As soon as they are gone, your samovar turns into a demon.
Fight. Okay. Well, we're at 84. So let's go to the peddler. A peddler is a traveling merchant. Among his wares, one can sometimes find the occasional enchanted item. So I've mostly just had these streams on as background audio. What's the things to know? Vasilisa is trying to become a sorceress to rescue her fiancé's soul from hell. Everyone in the town thinks that her fiancé killed himself, but she thinks he didn't. Chorts are demons that you can enlist to be your familiars as a Khaldoon, which is a sorcerer. Chort is like a plort because I know about plorts. And I am trying to unlock the seals of the Black Book. We are trying to help this girl who is a changeling. She was switched when she was like 4 in the banya. A banya is like a bathhouse. She was switched at a bathhouse when she was a child, and she needs a cross that was worn by a demon, which we found for her, because it was worn by a person who was possessed, so it was worn by a demon that way. And then we need to find her a name, because her name is gone, so she needs a new one. And then we're going to find her a belt woven by a witch. Buy an amulet and a trinket and a potion and drink it.
You'll be as healthy as a boar, demons fleeing from your roar.
Alright, what do they got? Eloquence. Mush. Wish is what you ate, and mash is what you drank. What is that? Resistance status spell disease. Resistance status. Strengthens waist +1. Wow. Gain ethereal on battle start. Gain waste on battle start. That's cool. We don't have money though. Wow. Okay. These are very cool. We don't have money for most of them. So I think we're fine. I don't really want to sell our herbs or anything, so I think we're good. Man, there's cool stuff. Okay, to the church. The church stands atop the northern slope, the most scenic spot in Vilgort. It was built with white stone, and at night it looks like it glows. In the sun, it shines even brighter.
You arrive during the long, pre-dawn twilight. Sharp points of age-old fir trees from a jagged wall far behind the church of Wiedelgort. The priest has already begun preparations for the morning rituals. He notices you, puts aside his chores, and greets you.
Who goes there at the crack of dawn? Is it you, Vasilisa? Cover your head, girl. Tfu!
Morning, Holy Father.
Kolya? Is that you? And don't tell me you want me to marry you to her.
Well, it's too early for me. Kolya, on the other hand.
Hey, Vasa. Don't go deciding the things for me.
We came for another reason, actually. Need a name, an Orthodox one, from the list of the holy names, from the Sviatse.
New encyclopedia entry. Menologies. Menologies, or Sviatse, are calendars of the Orthodox Church, liturgical books that denote the days of remembrance for saints and the annual cycle of church holidays. They were included in many liturgical books and indicate the features of worship services for any given day. Among peasants, Sviatse were often used to decide the name of a child. A child would receive one of the names of the saints who were being venerated that day by the Orthodox Church.
It can't be. Are you expecting?
No, we want to give a name to a demon.
Whoa, this is Changeling Girl here, but he said demon.
You want to what?
Father Yefrem sways, walks back to the nearest wall, and sits heavily on a bench.
Are you sure you don't want to marry?
It's all for good. We want to free this girl.
You explain your encounter with the Banya bride and what she needs for her freedom.
We're trying to save a good Christian soul.
I've heard about the changelings. Not sure how it works, though. I can't give you a name. The church tricked you both. Nothing good can come of it.
Choosing a name from Sviatse turns out to be not such an easy task. How can I make him reconsider?
Christian soul. That's my answer.
What if it's not a demon, but a Christian soul doomed to suffer? That would be a sin for sure.
Truly. They say you are a witch now, Vasa. It will soon be the harvest day of Ivan the
Should I
Long.
said help
We
the
need to
neighbors
disperse
instead?
the dry winds. Help our village, and I, in turn, will help you with the name.
It's a deal. I know a ritual to thwart dry winds. We'll go visit the field.
All right, you'll have your name.
Father Yefrem opens a heavy book with a silver cover.
Choose. These days we honor the holy Claudia, Matriona, and Alexandra.
Well. I'm gonna let Nikolai choose.
Kolya, she's your bride. You choose.
Let's call her Matriona. It's a good name.
You would name her after a respectable woman? Watch out. She might become a knower.
Wow.
Thank you, Father.
Well, the field is about a mile to the west.
Trick him and go home. Go to the field.
I'll try to thwart the winds. See you later.
You soon arrive at your destination. The field looks empty in the twilight of the dawn. Cold wind seems to penetrate you to the bone. When you step onto the plowed field, you sense a familiar shiver. This field harbors evil spirits. You find a poorly hidden bundle of old wheat ears. It's a Khaldun's zalom. The stems are tied in a knot and dusted with ashes and salt. Fresh grave soil, eggshells, and steamed grains are laid around it. You draw a circle. You feel that demons are not far off.
So, a kind of harmful sorcery related to agriculture. A bundle of wheat ears are tied in a special way and enchanted with special zagavars. A zalom can destroy crops as well as cause sickness and death.
Wind, oh wind of the seven brothers, the oldest one. Do not blow from the rotten corner. Do not bring rain from the west.
This is a cool... We haven't seen this sprite before.
But blow us warmth. Render good service to our people. Bring forth pleasant rain. Joy to plowmen. Glory to you, fierce one.
Well, her like reading was totally different than these captions. Zagavars are special ritual text. Is that really the new one? Maybe also ritual behavior? Zagavars are special ritual texts. Reading them might produce special magical effects that might be used to cure illness, protect from evil spirits, and harm ill-wishers. For instance, Khaldun's chant a Zagavar when creating a Zalom, wheat ears tied to in a special way. Zagavars are characterized by their most poetic language and structure. They consist of a commencement, the beginning of the Zagavar, an order, a wish proposed in the text, and a key, specific words anchoring the actions of the ritual.
You finish reciting the Zagavar, and for a moment, silence falls. Suddenly, a creaky voice from behind startles you.
You sure are a strange creatures. Thirsty cursor. Then you bless it right after.
By you, do you mean us Khalduns?
Ha! Humans. Always on the border between worlds.
Those birds in the background. That's so atmospheric and cool.
And that is why you always lose. But who am I to complain? My name is Andrejko. And you, I've heard about you. You're the new witch, Vasilisa.
It's not by chance that I came across this Zalom.
You don't say. Perhaps you know who's to blame.
The Zalom caused this chord to appear. Who left these weeders? Who summoned this chord?
Okay. I don't think we got many things here that are... I think it's a Khaldun that did this.
You were sent here by another Khaldun, weren't you?
Ha! Right. You know, I'm starting to like you.
I guess I should have said, help thy neighbor, when I was talking to the priest instead of Christian soul.
I could even tell you who the Khaldun is who sent me. If you weren't so careful, this alarm had already been enchanted when I arrived. Want to make a deal? Let me finish what I started. I'll send some dry winds, and after that, I'll be your servant. The famine will cause death in heaps.
I don't really want this guy, but I guess I do want the dry winds for the priest.
Have it your way. Come to my Pisteri when you're done with the field.
Responsible for the 1840 famine in the Orlov gubernia, he is looking forward to a new age. You don't think this guy looks like a friend? Unfortunately, no, I don't think that guy looks like a friend. He's got his guts out, which is something I really don't like.
So, the name of the girl will be... a fitting name.
They didn't even get him to actually read it.
You did the right thing sorting out that demon. Won't spoil any good crops anymore. The only thing left to do is visit the spinner. Vasilisa and I are going to see the spinner. There's nothing for you to do there, Kolya. Understand?
Sure did.
And one more thing. Don't say anything about the Banya or the bride. The spinner can't stand demons, though she looks like one herself. Got it?
Who is the spinner?
A woman of sorts. Her name is Kapitalina Ivanna, but everyone calls her the spinner behind her back. She's quite knowledgeable. You don't want to mess with her. That's why I am coming with you. Don't go running your mouth. Speak nothing of the book. Got it?
A woman of sorts, just like me, for real. That is a fun phrase.
Good question, Vasilisa. Keep your ears open when you speak to her. Remember, do not mention demons. She does not like them. And you might as well disregard the fact that we needed the belt for a changeling girl. Now, if you show you are of knowledge, that would be good indeed. If she doesn't like you, or should you let anything slip, the cost will be more than we can handle. Got it?
Understood, Grandpa. It's time we were on our way.
Yes, it's better go to her at night. I've arranged a cart for us.
Do you have any Kupala salve left?
If I only knew. We could fly, but feet will do. And another thing. There's this rich fellow, Petrov is his name. He asked me to check on his field. Says demons are ruining his crops. It's not far from Pintek. It so happens.
Attract a married man to his wife's friend. Having noticed her husband was cheating on her, the peasant's wife tries to hang herself. Your demon laughs at this. They thought it was the work of an obderika. Obderika? I don't know. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Send rot to the roots of a peasant garden. Slander an innocent girl. Summon a thunderstorm. Get rid of Susietko spirits. I can't level up my knowledge yet. I need to get the one where it's like you can set a chort on a meaningless job. Oh, wait, do I have one? Nope. It's in there. Do the scan.
Well, what do you want? Can't you see? I'm all cozy here on the sleeping bench. I'm sleepy. Ask what you wanted. I need to sleep. Got tired.
I have something to say.
We'll talk later.
Well, Vasha, now I can say I've seen things. Cannon fire. A redoute, that's one thing. The devil himself, that's a whole different level. Still, I think that war is scarier. Much scarier than any chort. I still can't forget it.
You've seen too few chorts, Kolya.
Proshka, I love him. Yeah.
Perhaps that's true, but that's beside the point. I'm not going to put up with it. I know how to get over this. I have an idea.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking of stepping right into the fire, if only something turned up.
You could die, you know.
No. I'm not talking about something like a campfire. And I'm not planning on dying either. It's not the devil I have to overcome. Man's greatest enemy is himself. That's what I think.
What happened down there, in the war?
Bah, Vasha. You wouldn't be interested. This war was thought up by the devil and none other. Not by the Holy Spirit, that's for sure. I don't even want to remember. The thoughts alone make my hair white.
Get over yourself. Is that
why you started smoking?
Okay.
Well, look at you. They don't call you knowers without reason. Well, yes. I'll start with something small, I think.
He's got a 13 on his shoulder. I never noticed that before.
To tell you the truth, I'm terrified even when I strike Spox with flint.
Okay. I guess we're ready to go. We don't have any visitors today. Set off. Yeah, we don't need to play cards. It's fine. Actually, let me check my book. 30 maximum. I think that I actually don't need to double up on some stuff. Two of these. 3 of these. 3 of these. 2 of these. I guess 2 of those. We're okay, actually. It's fine the way it is. Book merchant. Oh, we don't. Let's do a little bit around and see. Abachkin Forest. A small forest situated near the road from Vilgurt to Pachanteg. Again, apologies, I do not know anything about how to pronounce Russian.
Of the disgustingly sweet smell of rot. Cold fear enters your soul when you guess what might be the source of the smell. A human body lies nestled in the grass. It is already unrecognizable from decay. You see an old wooden cross upon its breast.
Hi, Slow. Oh, thank you. It really means a lot to you when you tell me the podcast is good. So thank you. By the way, if you want to listen to my podcast, I think that there should be a link in my About page to the Someplace to Be someplace to be somewhere. I think... You look at my about. I have too much stuff in my about. I think I need to, like, cut it down. But let's bury the dead.
You dig a small grave and push the dead man inside. You read a prayer and continue your journey.
Whoa, we lost a sin.
Someplace to be .neocities.org.
Yeah, someplace to be .neocities.org. Let's look at this ravine. Peasants spotted a great whirlwind in this ravine a few days ago and asked me to check it out.
All of a sudden, the tops of the trees rattle and clang. Alarmed, birds fly away, screaming in fear. You see a whirlwind filled with loose branches and dust from the road, headed your way.
Read a prayer.
You read a prayer, and the whirlwind stops spinning, dissolving into hundreds of demons. Among this throng of unholy spirits, you see a girl in white. She has a noose around her neck. She tries to say something, but the enraged demons immediately summon a new whirlwind and fly away. Several imps stay behind to deal with you.
Okay, I was like, wait, hundreds of demons? I was not ready to fight hundreds of demons. But I'll fight a couple imps, that's fine. Summons more. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go after that one then. Oh, so close. Oh. Okay, we're good. We totally knocked it out. $13 damage. Oh, good, we're good. We're like so... I don't want to jinx it because I know that the chorts are gonna start really hurting us soon. But we're pretty strong right now. My cat is playing with his toys. Like a good boy. Distracting me a little bit. Yeah, let's see that. The Salmon Marshes. People rarely venture into these marshes, since they're not really inhabited by anyone. Various spirits have made this area their dwelling.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock. In his hand, he is holding a snake by its tail, swinging it from side to side. A swishing sound of the snake's body and its angry hissing fill the swamp area.
Wait.
You watch as the demon twirls the snake above his head. It seems as if he'll never grow tired of it. Suddenly, the snake slips from its claws and flies right at you. It's clearly angry. Worse yet, the demon runs after its toy.
Poison. Okay, let's see. $24 damage. Wow. I want to go to the butcher merchant, but I think I want just to have as much money as possible. Village near the Kama River.
Despite the late hour, sounds of celebration are coming from the village. It turns out that a festive dinner has dragged on and turned into a non-stop festival. You notice the worried host, who looks like he can't wait to say goodbye to his guests.
Offer help.
You offer to disperse the festival for the host. His distrust of you vanishes when, after a couple of your zagavars, furious winds send the suddenly worried guests scurrying home. The host rewards you with some of the dishes from a banquet table.
That's very funny. Old idol. Talk is somewhere in the old wood stands an old pagan Permian idol.
Bathing in the moonlight, a moss-covered idol is hidden among the tall trees. You walk closer and see a fresh towel wrapped around it. The forest around you is silent.
Churdan mythology. The Urals offer a peculiar blend of religions. The veiled paganism of Russian Christianity is overlaid by the paganism of native peoples, who are not always Christianized. For instance, some of the Mari and Udmurt peoples did not adopt Christianity, but kept their ancestors' traditions. The Komi people adopted the new religion, but mixed in their former beliefs. Even more complex was the confluence of Nikon's reforms with traditions of the old believers who fled to the Ural and Siberia during the Raskol or Schism. It is simply impossible to discuss the religious situation in the Urals with the singular notion of double belief. Road to Pyotnik. People rarely venture into these marshes. Since they're not really inhabited by anyone, various spirits have made the area their dwelling. Is that the same thing? Interesting.
You meet a girl walking in the direction of Panteg. In her hands, she clutches a spindle that is emanating dark power. Old Yegor smirks, another of the spinner's victims.
Help the girl.
You call out to the peasant girl and convince her to get rid of the cursed spindle. Surprised, the girl follows your advice.
I don't know, at this point, I don't know whether it's better for the story to have more sins or not. I know they unlock things. Let's go to the book merchant. Well, Winmore Woods. Grim Woods by the Spinner's house.
You freeze with horror. A dead girl is dangling from a spruce tree's gnarled branch. You can't move. This strange fruit sways back and forth with a creak in the cold wind. She died recently.
Vishitsas? The word witch, Vedma, takes its root from the word Veda, to know, to have some degree of knowledge. A Vedma is traditionally a woman versed in knowing and performing magic. They were often called Vekshitsa, from Veksha squirrel. It is a phonetic distortion of the word Veshissa, Vejjushaya, one who knows. According to Churdan mythological texts, such a woman could turn into a squirrel, allowing her to enter a house through the chimney and steal an unborn child from an expectant mother. According to the same texts, witches often gathered atop a mountain to celebrate by roasting children over a fire. Witches performed black magic, cast evil eye upon people and livestock, stole milk from cows' udders, and shared knowledge of love spells and love potions. Love magic is akin to black magic. They could be the wives of Kulduns and draw magic from their husbands. In Churdan Usyed, they were believed to appear as regular women and were seldom depicted as the ugly hags that feature predominantly in Europe. As knowers, they were able to communicate with Chorts. Oh, I saw a squirrel roadkill today. That was very unpleasant. But I also saw a squirrel that had a nut in its mouth climbing up a tree, and I took a picture of it today. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, it's holding a nut in its mouth. There. Yeah, I got this picture of the squirrel today when I was outside. So cute. Anyway, back to this, summon the spirit.
As soon as you draw a circle, 2 demons burst from the skin of the hanged girl. It seems that demons have reached the body before you.
Prepare to fight. Alright, I have 8 defense. They're gonna hit me for 9. Why can't I get more of this ability? Whatever. We're doing 16 damage. Wait, I want to hit that one for 16. Wait, what if I do this and then hit that one? That's 8. Yeah, okay, I have to do both at the same one. Just lost Wi-Fi on my phone. Am I still streaming? Am I still live? Seems like I am. That's weird. Okay. This thing has 10 health. It's gonna hit me for 3. Well. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, let's go to the book merchant.
You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming among the silence. Suddenly, a dark figure steps out from the shade. It is a scribe, a Zagavr dealer.
Fuck.
The wisdom that lies upon dark pages is not that of madness. You cannot paint me as a liar.
Reset skills. Whoa. It's only 12. Do I want my skills reset? Sorry this isn't related, but which do you think is the most Halloween Final Fantasy game? I just got to a part in World of Final Fantasy Maxima, there's like a Halloween train on it. I don't think resetting my skills is worth it right now. As much as I want to be able to do free Pesters from Mouth Chorts. Wow, I'm at full amount of pages. Okay, I think we'll take one of these out. And one of these out. Probably say 7 out of the ones you've played. My gut says 9, but I barely know stuff. World of Final Fantasy could be it though. Cute little characters, like kids wearing costumes. Yeah. Yeah. What else? I mean, you could argue, I guess, the ones where you change outfits are a little like Halloween, because, like, in Lightning Returns, she can wear different outfits, and the Mikote costume is very much a Halloween costume by feel. Like, 7 literally has, like, a ghost train on it, so it's pretty Halloween-y. And then, you know, in the MMOs, of course, they must have Halloween events, right? You do fight a haunted house in 7, that's true. A hell house. Yeah. This is a large and rich village, the center of Pienten Volost. There's an old church of the Epiphany, and it's notorious for being haunted. There's also a new one, that of Ilya the Prophet.
You feel at ease as you walk down the welcoming street of this village. A calm silence surrounds you. You almost pass through the village, but the silence is broken by loud laughter and the sounds of an accordion.
Vasilisa, is that you? Come on, join us.
I don't have the time.
Come on, your work is such a bore. 5 minutes here won't kill you.
Listen to the song.
Alright, I have a little bit of time.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
Does Vincent count as Halloween themed? I guess so. Okay, but I'm not hearing any accordion in this song. It is beautiful, though. Alright, let's go to the settlements. Near Pieteg, there are several small villages scattered throughout the nearby forests and woods. Seems like a nice place to live.
On the field, you hear the steady sound of digging. Coming closer, you see a peasant moving the border of a field. The man looks startled when he sees you approach. He stops and calls out to you.
Is that you, Yegor?
It is I, with Vasilisa. God bless.
God bless. Huh.
Huh.
What are you looking at? I'm moving the border ditch. What of it?
Why are you moving the border ditch? You moved it quite far.
For good reason. The Petrov's workers caused me nothing but grief. They deceived me, shot me in flour, only they didn't steal in broad daylight.
Have you spoken of it at the village meeting?
I have. Not much good it did me. Petrov's folks silenced me right away. Huh. I'll tell you what. If you curse the demons, I'll pay you.
Attack the peasant?
All right, consider them cursed.
You whisper a few spells into the wind. The evil eye will cast its gaze upon the man's enemies. But will it even do him any good?
They won't be able to say a word at the next village meeting. You can be sure about that.
Thank you. Finally, some luck going my way. Here is some money.
You take the money and go on your way.
Go to the ravine. There's no shortage of waterfalls and ravines when you travel around Chirden Usted. They say further to the west, one can even see mountains that surround the region.
Near a small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. It's blood red, and bright even in the moonlight. You come closer, and tie its stem with a silver thread. With a swift pull, you now have a new, valuable herb, Adam's Head. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Alright, that's everything for this day. There's a witch's hut just outside Piantin village. Spinner is a powerful and famous knower. Even in Vilgord, people have heard of her. Some of the girls went to her for love potions. Old Igor doesn't offer such services. Wow. Creepy house.
The closer you are to the house of the Spinner, the more ominous the woods get. The decaying trunks of pines and spruces tower over the path like silent guardians. Your blood runs cold every other moment. You feel that the border between worlds is very thin in this part of the forest.
Wow.
There are bright strings of some kind on the path.
Herb. Ace. Ace is here. He came to drink my water. Baby. Here he is, he's curling up. My good boy. My little familiar. Beepy. Alright.
There are many different skulls and charms.
So, how do you like this Isba? Ours is quite a bit cozier, isn't it? Go speak to that skull. He's a doorman of sorts here. That's the spinner for you. Always thinking up something crazy.
Always thinking up something crazy.
What do you mean, speak to the skull?
I mean that it used to be a Khaldun.
Whoa.
The regular folks aren't likely to chat with it. We, knowers, are used to this sort of thing. It's something new the spinner thought up.
Wait, but we're used to it, but the spinner thought of it, it's new.
Skulls such as these used to hang on the trees around here like effigies of sorts. This one is used as a kind of test. It would be best if you passed the test. This woman knows me, you see, but she's not familiar with you.
What's with the yarn on the paths?
You see it, do you? Ordinary folk don't. The yarn binds some poor Christians to the spinner. It's a strong and dark sorcery. You had better go and speak to the doorman.
What else should I know about the spinner?
Hush, child. These skulls report every little detail to that witch.
Witch. Every night, there is the sound of wailing and hammering all around her Isba. Chorts themselves can't be seen by ordinary men, but I found a secret passage in some hymn book that said you needed to look through a wedding ring to see them. One time I was walking along, and I saw the witch walking in front of me, flapping and swinging her head around with a pester on her neck. So I looked through my ring, and I did what I see. And what did I see? Bugs and flies of all colors swarming out of the pester and stinging her. As they were walking by a herd, the witch grabbed a bunch of bugs from the air and threw them toward the herd. The chorts flew at the cows, stung them all over, and returned back to the pester. They had had their fill. Sorry I tabbed away, but Dirge of Cerberus is certainly the most Halloween named. I just love this, the first one we found, though. So good. But we gotta go. We don't have time to listen to that.
Keep your lips sealed.
Alright. I think, is there anything else this way? Oh.
Quite a grim place. It's places like this that give witches a bad reputation. I can't wait to leave this place.
Whoa, more than one line.
Can't wait to leave this place.
You approach the skull hanging by the door. Suddenly,
Yikes.
the bony head starts shaking. A burning coal that serves as an eye socket stops you in your tracks.
Oh, joy! And Noah, are we? Finally, some fun! My eye isn't what it used to be. Who's that old-timer over there? I think I know him.
Will you let me pass to see the spinner?
With pleasure, but I'm ordered to test Noah. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be hanging around here in the first place. Anyway, we'll do it just like in the fairy tales. I'll give you 3 riddles. Solve any one of them, and I'll let you through. Solve none, or refuse to answer, I'll take one of your eyes. I'm short one, you see.
I'd say that's the least of your problems.
Well, are you up to it?
Wait, answer my questions first.
I have no answers for you. I only ask questions. Well, are you up to it?
Alright, agree.
Have it your way. Ask your riddles.
Listen to the first one, girl. There is a hamlet, folks packed together tight. Come morning the cock sings, yet no man stands upright.
There's a hamlet, folks packed in tight. Come morning the cock crows, yet no man stands upright.
The cemetery.
A cemetery. Proper dead men do not rise from the graves.
Correct. You solved the riddle. Only dead men don't rise in the morning. Believe me, I know. You may pass, or you may try to guess another.
Continue. I want more XP.
Let's riddle some more.
Listen to the second riddle. Lame chicks in a lawn, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
A term that refers to priests who frequently recite Vo Imia Otka Isina in the name of the Father and the Son. Dry wood they haul, wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
Lame chicks sing along, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
What is that? Maschlinitz. Didn't we see that word earlier? Maybe I'm mistaken. Oh wait, Maslenitsa. That's a holiday. It's a pagan holiday. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch. I'm gonna Google that holiday. Maslenitsa. It's March 11th to 17th in 2024. Also known as Butter Lady, Butter Week, Crepe Week, or Cheese Fair Week, it is an Eastern Slavic religious folk holiday which retained a number of elements of Slavic mythology in its ritual. I don't think this is the answer of this question. Okay. There's a burning of a scarecrow in okay. Effigy. Dry wood they haul, wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch. Would there be burning in the sing-along? Dry wood they haul. I'm gonna pick that.
People sin on
Wrong.
Maslenitsa. The wood is a traditional effigy.
It's wrong.
No, this time you're wrong. It is a funeral procession. Vimchik scene for the deceased. I remember those
Okay,
songs.
well.
You'll
Oh
hear
well.
them too soon enough.
Took the risky
You
gamble.
may pass, or you may try to guess another.
Let's continue
Let's
riddling.
riddle some more.
Steal equine tale of twine.
Steal equine, tail of twine.
Steal equine, tail of twine. Steam engine?
I've heard of this. It's a steam engine.
Oh man,
a
I'm getting all these
locomotive.
wrong.
No, don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. Well, you may pass. We can riddle some more. No eyes involved, just like that, for curiosity's sake.
Continue riddling.
Let's riddle some more.
Listen to the force riddle. Walks with no legs, sleeves with no arms, mouth with no speech.
Walks with no legs, sleeves with no arms, mouth with no speech.
I don't know. Does anybody have a guess for this one? 'Cause I really don't know what. Sleeves with no arms, mouth with no speech. I guess. Is there such thing as a river sleeve? What's a river walk? I guess that's river.
A river has sleeves,
Oh, God.
no arms, and a mouth.
Nice try, but a river talks, it murmurs.
Okay.
Shadow is the answer.
Okay.
I can riddle you another one.
Go on.
Let me crack one more.
I can't believe I failed every single one except for the first one, but the first one is what mattered.
The ship broke to bits over meadows and deeps, over cities and streets. No popes and no dukes can bring it anew. No money, no books.
Ship fell to beats over meadows and deeps, over cities and streets. No popes and no dukes can bring it anew. No money, no books.
Sky and stars?
Sky broke and scattered all the
Oof.
stars.
Correct? Well, I've no more riddles for now. In the darkness, you'll find some riddles you can solve with the words alone. And in the darkness, eyes will burn with a fierce flame.
What are you talking about?
Go to the spinner. I won't delay you any further.
Hopefully
Alright
we
then.
didn't ruin
I'm
our
off to see the
reputation with
spinner.
her by getting half the riddles wrong. Wow.
Evening, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Evening to you too, Yegor Yevlampevich.
The voice of the spinner is quiet and smooth, like the rustling of pages in the Black Book.
Brought you my little orphan. Became a knower recently, this one.
You sure did. But what are you thinking, poking around in my business? You took my spindle. It was doing my bidding, you know. I let it slide on account of you not knowing and all.
Oh, right.
God bless Kapitalina Ivanovna.
She has the stirrings of a knower, your girl. Wouldn't make a bad successor for you. So why are you here? Not just to check up on an old woman, I should think.
Saw a dead girl in Villas of Woods.
That was Marfa, I would guess. Didn't have money for a love potion. Was quite desperate, I gather. Well, it serves her right.
We met your doorman. What of that skull?
Some lousy Khaldun. And Yerit Neek, God rest his soul.
An evil sorcerer cursed to return as a ghoul and haunt the living.
Hasn't served his time yet, so he helps me around the house.
I wanted to ask you about this yarn you have here and around the house.
This witchery is not yet for you, Vasilisa. In time you'll learn, perhaps. It's not the same as sending fiends for milk, mind you.
I need a woven belt. A powerful one, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Yes, I know you came for a belt. Only why would I give one to you?
Old Yegor warned me that I should watch my mouth around the spinner. How should I answer her?
Compliment the belts.
You're known all across the Uyezd for weaving the best belts, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
So I am. You aren't here without reason. I can indeed make good belts. You've become a knower, so I'll give you an enchanted belt. So what are you going to do with your chorts?
How am I supposed to answer that? I really don't know what to do with them.
Torture the demons.
Well, make them suffer, of course. Give them some back-breaking work.
That's how you should treat them. Torment those filthy creatures. Only knowers can do some good. Well, turns out you're a good knower, girl. I'll give you a belt as a gift.
Thank you.
Here, it's a good one. Later, I'll put you in touch with a pupil of mine. A fine man. Maybe it'll work out for the two of you,
Thank you for the belt, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Well, thank you, Kapitalina. See you again sometime.
See you soon. Farewell.
Spinner is no simple witch. It's not the last time we'll hear of her. Well done, Vasya. She's taking a liking to you. The meeting couldn't have gone better. All right, we've got the belt. Now we must plan our next moves. Well, you've got all the items you need. Now we can try freeing your bride. Since you have the book now, I can't go. I'm not that strong of a Khaldun anymore, to tell the truth. And Abdericha is a powerful spirit. She can charm and skin you alive so fast that you won't know what hit you. So, Vasya, you must prepare yourself properly. Perhaps you have some questions.
What kind of ritual should we perform? I don't remember you teaching me any such things.
Thank you for the hydrate.
I've never saved changelings from the banyas. I think you will need to go down beneath the floor. The bannik will test you there. You have all the right items, but don't forget your wits. Perhaps you have some questions.
What is that, Abdericha?
A bat spirit that lives beneath the benches of a banya. It can skin a human alive, hence the name, which literally means female skinner.
Who knows where this one came from? These things all emerge in different ways. They say a bannik settles in a banya where 40 children were born.
Abdericha origin. The origin of this mythological creature in most people's minds is closely associated with original sin. According to folklore, An Abdariha manifests in a new banya if someone gives birth in it. As soon as a newborn is washed for the first time in a banya, an Abdariha springs up. In some religions, it was believed that the number of Abdarihas in a banya corresponded to the number of newborns washed in them. In other regions, people believed that an Abdariha manifests only after the 40th baby is washed. Abdariha may dwell under the shelves, benches, or behind the furnace of a banya. She is considered a harmful entity to late washers, and is especially dangerous to little children. It was believed that small children under the age of 1, when left alone in a banya, may be switched by the Abdariha for an aspen log.
As for this one, the only thing we can say for sure is that she switches out children. Is it an accident or not? Only the Abdariha can answer that. Perhaps you have some questions.
Time to hit the road.
Alright, I think we're gonna save. And we'll come back next week, because I think that while I would like to stream more, a wave of tiredness came over me, and like, this game, you can't take a break. You have to play the whole day at once. So we'll be back next week with more. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure what I'm going to play in November. Maybe we'll go back to Lightning Returns and finish that up. Or maybe I'll mix it up and we'll play a bunch of different games again to figure stuff out. I'm not sure. Alright, have a good night, everybody. See you next week.